Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyah!
Hey, what's up everybody? HTG Doug here again. This time we're checking out Sequence 2. This is Memory 1, Lively Havanna. I will show you how to 100% fully sync this level, or not this level, the sequence. Sorry, wow. Not even sequence, just this memory, even though I will show you the sequence. I'm going to stop talking now. So, we get a little intro tutorial here. Basically, it's just you look up, you look down, you know, you walk a little bit. They basically give you a little preview of what the building looks like that you're in. For those of you who don't know, spoilers, sorry, I know it says spoiler free, but I have a little spoiler. If you haven't played the previous games, Desmond Mild was in Abstergo for a little while, and he was trapped in kind of a cell sort of kind of thing, like living there, and they were working on some stuff with his past, but this time you seem to have volunteered and you're working on some kind of entertainment purposes, which is a little different, but little kind of the same type of thing as what was going on in the previous games. So there you go. We're just gonna follow her for a little while. She shows off the building. The building looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, I don't know where that is, but we need to I want to go there. She seems to be like the new Lucy. If you guys have I'm sure most of you have played the previous game, so that's who I would basically compare her to right now. Other than that, I mean, she just seems to be kind of our boss at this point, walking us through. And there is Aveline, I think it's Aveline. She's actually the star of the Assassin's Creed Liberation for the Vita, which they are remaking in HD for next year, I believe, and which she is the main character in the 60 minutes of extra gameplay that came with the PS4 or PS3 version of the game. So I'm sure you'll be seeing a little more of her. She'll probably pop up in later games as well. I mean, I haven't played the Vita version, so I really don't know. I don't know. That girl looks kind of sketchy to me. I'm kind of thinking she might be an assassin. I don't know. Just first look, that's what I thought of. So, I mean, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I don't really know. But this time, they give you this little, like, almost like an iPad kind of thing, right? It lets you connect to different things in the world. One of the trophies is actually to hack 15 computers at Abstergo, so I'm sure I'll get a video up for that later on once I figure out how to do it, because I'm not very far into the game, I'll admit, so I haven't got to see a lot of things yet. But one of the things on the little, we're going to call it the, I don't know, we're going to call it the tablet, just for fun. On the tablet is the employee passport. It basically gives you, like, a background of the company, what, you know, and all that kind of stuff. If you ever got hired for any job ever, you've basically seen this, so it's nothing really new. It's kind of like the employee manual, basically. And I didn't really feel like reading it, so if you guys did, I apologize, but go buy the game. There you go. So that's all I really have for you. But if you guys watched the first video, I said that we had to take out the cutscenes due to the copyright, so I can't show them to you, and that will continue for, I mean, it'll just continue. I can't show them to you, so I apologize. So if I mention anything, I'll try to leave out as many details as I can, but there are certain things I'm going to have to mention just so you guys understand what's going on. But I'll try to leave out as many spoilers as I can, so. But if you do want to talk about anything, send us a message. Send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, you know, YouTube, anything like that, and we'll have a conversation. So, or on HappyThumbs.com, HappyThumbsGaming.com, so, sorry. So there you go. I cut out a little cutscene there. You basically just meet her boss. I guess he's one of the higher ups in the company, and that's about it. So nothing really spoiler there. But this time, instead of getting a little cell, you actually get an office. It's actually right behind her right now. It actually looks pretty cool. You get a nice big TV, nice little rotating chair. You know, looks pretty cool. Kind of wish I had that kind of office, but you know, I don't. So. And I don't know, but that looks a really cool chair. I kind of really want one, but another story. Maybe later on in life. Alright, so you're going to pull up your tablet and use it to connect. You can see the little green like Wi-Fi symbol there. That basically shows you can connect to it. And once you do, we're going to start, we're going to, you know, go through this the main loading animus screen, I guess you want to call it. And we're going to start sequence 2. So I do apologize. I had to take out the cutscene, like I said. It was actually kind of cool. It showed the city being built up and everything, but I mean, you guys can watch it. So not much I can really do about that. So like I said, we are going to show you how to fully 100% sync each memory and each sequence, so that way you can unlock the Buy the Book trophy. Buy the Book? I think I said that right. Buy the Book trophy achievement for 100% syncing all main mission constraints. There are 13 sequences. Sequence 2 has at least either 5 or 6 memories. I'm not really sure at the moment, but 5 or 6, not too bad. They're mostly pretty short. And so far, from what I've seen, the optional objectives are kind of easy. But I did have to... Actually, I had to redo one of the optional objectives. Or I had to redo the main mission objective in this one because I was just awful at it. But I'll explain that later. But in the next video, I had to redo the optional objective because I just made a little mistake. So I'll get to that next video. But so far, they're not really too bad. For now, we're just going to follow Stide. I think it was Stide. I probably should know that. It's either Stide or Steed, but we're going to follow him for a little while, and we're going to have to, we actually get to pick up some new weapons, so that's always good. I mean, pirate weapons, and they're double, too. I really did like that they added the double weapons in Assassin's Creed 3, but now that you can use 2 swords, like, without having to actually pick up another sword or another weapon or anything, it's actually really cool, so I'm really looking forward to getting a little more, playtime with those and to see what else they did in terms of weapons and things like that. So alright, for when you start, let's try that again. So you're gonna come to a merchant and you're gonna have to buy a pair of swords, as you see. At this time, I can only buy 2, but as you can see, I was trying to get the outfits actually for Ezio and all of them, but they're not open right now. So, but there's 2 different sets of swords. You can buy the British cutlasses or the Spanish cup hilt rapiers. So they're a little $400. They're 400 price difference. But basically the same thing applies as the previous ones. You have the speed, the combo, and the damage, and it'll tell you if it's increased or decreased. Both of the swords have the same increase, but the British cutlasses are 400 cheaper. So I was like, why don't I just buy those? I don't really care what they look like. You can't even really see them up close anyway when you're fighting with them. So what's the difference? So I bought those. And there you go. Now I see that I got them. And I actually went back into the merchant to see if I can access the outfits now. And I still can't, so I'm kind of upset because I really want to see like the Altair outfit. But, you know, whatever. We'll get to that later, I'm sure. So after you buy the, get out of the merchant, you have to climb to the top. Oh my god, this is going to be a very long series, people. Please bear with me. We'll get through this. So you have to climb to the top of the church, and I'm pretty sure there are a couple of ways to get up there, but I chose to go up the tower. Seemed like the most direct route, but I'm sure you can climb on top of the roof to my left there and do it that way as well. As I said in the previous video, the mechanics seem to be the same. I mean, you climb up stuff, you run through stuff. Nothing. It's Assassin's Creed. They're not going to change too much. So, you know. The buildings look fantastic. Just looking around the world, it looks really good. I expected it to be a little bigger, to be honest with you, but I mean they are islands, so you know, I understand they're gonna be smaller. And I actually got a little lost. I somehow missed the obvious perch down below me there, so I'm looking around like waiting for something to trigger, and it doesn't. And I finally figure out that there's a little viewpoint there, and I climb down and get that. And there you go. Once you synchronize, it'll show you what to do. I said it looks really beautiful. I can't wait to go out and maybe do a little deep sea diving, search for treasure, you know, stuff like that. And there you go. So it shows you where you're supposed to be headed. But you see below you, you actually have a pickpocket that looted the Steed guy. So you have to go follow him. And this is where you have the first optional objective of the game. You have to tackle him. So once you get close enough, just hit circle and it'll tackle him. Oh my god, this is going to be so long of a series. But on the top right where it says treasure maps and jump, it'll say circle tackle, or if you're playing on Xbox, B. I always forget that, and I really should go back and check as you see me randomly jump up the wall there. But I think it's the B button. But at top right, when you get close enough, it'll say tackle. So that's when you know you should hit it. And you'll see here in a second, I finally do catch him. I actually had a chance to earlier, but I missed it. But there you go. I get him. So you see on the bottom right, tackle the pickpocket is now filled in. And then this guy randomly comes up and hits him, and I was kind of confused. So I guess I just assassinated him. Why not? Then you loot his body, and then that'll take you to the next objective. And you'll see there, just to be sure, I did get it. I do that for the next video or two, just to be sure that it did pop, or did, you know, go do done correctly. Jeez, I cannot talk. So after a short cutscene, we have our first little brawling mechanics here. It'll basically tell you what to do. See, it says press circle to counter an enemy's attack. Then once you do it, it'll move on to the next one. See, now it says press circle and circle to throw them. And you have to do it like... See, I had a little trouble getting it to pop there. For some reason, I was pressing circle and it wasn't throwing them. So I was a little confused. But you do it once or twice, then it'll move on to the next one. It's a basic brawl mechanics. Nothing really all that different from the last ones. But it's been a while since I played 3, so they could have added a few things. But said basic concepts still apply here. This always reminds me of like the Batman Arkham City, Arkham Origins Asylum video, or not videos. It reminds me of the games in terms of the combat, because it kind of flows very nicely. But you know, I really like it. All right, so after the cutscene, you'll have to escape the area, and the second optional objective is to use a smoke bomb to escape. And you'll see on the bottom right there, I used it, so it went through. And I actually get tackled here, but I mean, he kind of just stops following me there. But so this is where I actually had to restart. The first time I did it, I couldn't escape for some reason. I was running and forever, and whatever I did, like they kept following me and they kept finding me. So I had to restart it, and this time I did a little better. I still have a little work to do, but I don't really know the map all that well, so you can't expect me to know exactly where to go to hide and to get through with it. So I do apologize. Like I said, you probably didn't even notice the edit because, well, I cut it out right at the cutscene. So you guys didn't even know until I told you. But here you go. I jump off to the right here, and it just kind of stops. So I didn't even think I had escaped, but apparently I did. So that's going to do it for the Memory 1 Lively Havanna. As you can see, I got 100%. Both the optional objectives are done. And I rated it just for fun. I mean, I gave it a 4 stars. Maybe too high, maybe too low. I don't know. But that's going to do it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. That is the first memory of Sequence 2 out of the 4 or 5 more to come. So far, like I said, I'm really liking this game. It's a big change from 3. As I said, 3 was a big letdown for me, so I'm really excited that this is it's a whole new world, new experience, a lot of new things to do, sort of a different character, but you get what I'm saying. So super excited. Check out And My Sugar is coming next. That's the name of Memory 2, so be on the lookout for that. It should be up either tomorrow or later today, sometime soon. So, you know, as always, check us out on Facebook, like us on Twitter, and subscribe and vote on YouTube. God, that's the last one of the video, I promise. Be sure to check out our Battlefield 4 videos as well, and Brian's still doing Lego Marvel videos, so be sure to check them out. Let them know what they think about you watching the video. I don't know. You know what? We're done. I'll see you guys later.